Recruitment Officer with FM. And today we really just want to talk about working and studying in Canada. Study with FM is a recruitment agency. We have a head office in the UK, and we have an office in Nigeria and Iran as well. And today we're having someone here with us today, a representative from the Oxford International College, who will be talking to us about what really this means working and studying in Canada. So Victor is going to be the host for today. He's a representative from Oxford, and I'll just give him the floor to start. And he'll also be able to address whatever questions that we have. So you can leave your questions in the chat box, or I think there's a Q&A box as well. So you can leave your questions in either of the places. So I'll give Victor room to start now, and we'll take it from there.
Hi everyone. Good afternoon from here. Just let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Let me just double check. So can you see it now?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here and meeting with you all wonderful people. My name is Victor. I represent Oxford International North America, and I look after the programs in Canada and the US as well. So today I'll be discussing a very vital topic, which is study and work in Canada. And I'll be sharing on some of our very fantastic programs that we have in Canada, which I'm sure some of you have taken advantage of these programs and some are in the process as well. But I'm just here to give you an insight into what these programs are, what the benefits are, and what you exactly stand to gain by being a huge part of this program. So just a bit of background into Oxford. So Oxford, apart from the Oxford University in itself, Oxford is a group of universities which we basically just provide pathway services to students and make recruitment into various universities very easy. And we cut across a lot of destinations, the US, UK, Canada, Australia. And one of our very focal points of operations is that we actually provide students with, the up-to-date, seamless access to education and work opportunities, depending on the destination and as the case may be for each student. So we do have a college in Canada, particularly in a city called Halifax, where we are running two important programs called the Continuing Care Assistant Program and the Early Childhood Education Program. And I'll be sharing with you these programs and what they stand to offer you as a student. So as you can see on the screen, this is a snapshot of Halifax City. It's a maritime city, the capital of a province called Nova Scotia. So there's a province in Canada called Nova Scotia. And this province is actually very famous for being a healthcare province. What I mean by that, it has a lot of long-term care facilities, hospitals, and healthcare facilities that cater for people from different backgrounds. And we sort of have our college base in this city as well. So over time, Halifax has experienced, and its neighboring cities have experienced a decline in workforce, in particularly the healthcare sector and in the area of the early childhood education. And so what the government of Nova Scotia decided to do was to open this opportunity out so people from different parts of the world to come in and take up this opportunity. And so we are also positioned in the province to also make sure that people from different parts of the world also take advantage of the occupational opportunity that is available in the province for the continuing care assistant and the early childhood education. Now, in terms of the continuing care assistant program, in order for people to take advantage of being a care assistant, a carer, or a social care worker in Halifax and the province in general, they need to be qualified. So they need to be able to have the right qualification that would ensure that they are able to take advantage of these jobs. And so we are the ones providing the qualification for them. As you can see, we are fully registered, we are a designated learning institute, and we are licensed to provide all the right training, support, and guidance a student will need for them to be able to function effectively. So the Continuing Care Assistant Program is one of our very foremost initiatives in the province that has helped lots of students who are looking to start a career in care to take advantage of this program and also enable them to take advantage of the job opportunities that are available in the province as well. The CCA program is currently runs for 6 months, 26 weeks. And as part of the journey, you would be involved in not just in-class learning, but there are also placement opportunities you will take advantage of while you're there. You have a clinical placement, a mentorship placement as well. And all these placements are positioned to offer students, the right guidance, exposure, and experience they need for them to function effectively as carers when they eventually finish the program. So on completion of the program in 6 months, you'll be required to take on a certification exam, which is organized by the province. Now this exam is taken 3 times in a year. And so once a student takes this exam, which we will prepare them for 6 months, and then you pass the exam. On passing the exam, you are now a qualified continuing care assistant, and you are now ready to take up job opportunities in the province. Just a recap on some of the details of this program. The CCA is a certificate program, is full-time, it runs for 26 weeks, and we have multiple intakes across the year of this program, right from March down until November in a year. We are fully open to take on students. The tuition fee is currently discounted to about 15,000 Canadian dollars. It is 20,000 Canadian dollars, but we have a discount currently running that brings it down to 15,000 Canadian dollars. And there is an application fee applicable of 1,000 Canadian dollars as well. Now, how does taking this course benefit you? It will interest you to know that the annual earning of a CCA is between 40 to 45,000 Canadian dollars a year. So it means you're only investing in your knowledge and skill, so you can reap the return on that investment immediately you are done with the program. And once you're done and you get a job in the province, you can start earning as high as 45,000 Canadian dollars a year, which for me is one of the best direct return on investment you can ever think of when it comes to investing in a skill that would earn you a living almost immediately. What does it take to be part of this program? Very easy. We don't require a lot of documentations or background. We just require you to have at least your WAEC or NECO or your high school certificate. As long as you pass English in your high school, you're good to go. You can always reach out to Study with FM, and they can assess your documentations and apply for you to take advantage of this program. Also, we have another program in the province, or in the college rather, called Early Childhood Education. So early childhood education is a diploma as well, which offers a bit of diversity away from the CCA program. Now, early childhood is also an initiative of the government of Nova Scotia to cater for the need for early childhood educators or nursery teachers in the province. Now, because there is also shortages existing in the area of nursery teachers or early childhood teachers, they have now decided to open up opportunities for people who are willing to become teachers to take advantage of this. Now, you also stand to earn between 49 to 51,000 Canadian dollars a year working as an early childhood educator. So if you're good with children and you have a passion for taking care of children, this is the program for you. The early childhood education runs for 9 months, 50 weeks, and you get to earn the level 2 ECE classification with an option of upgrading to a level 3 and a level 4 once you're done with the program. And for the 9 weeks, you're also going to be mainly involved with a lot of practical involvement, because the early childhood education program is a very practical, hands-on program that requires you to show and exhibit your skill, your ability to be able to look after young children. So that's why you would find that there is a lot of practical involvement in this particular course, and even your assessment will be based on observation. So the ECE does not have an examination like the CCA does. So at the end of the program, your ability to pass this course will be determined by how you perform in your practical. So you'll be taken to a lot of care centers and nursery centers, and then you'll be asked to interact with children and to show your skill, your ability to be able to cater for them and put them in the right order, and your ability to perform exceedingly well in all these tasks will determine if you pass the program or not. And the requirement as well is the same as that of the CCA. We just need your high school for you to take advantage of this. In terms of the application process in itself, once you apply to us, you get your offer within 5 days, and then after that, you're supposed to pay your application fee and attend our interview. The interview is put in place not to scare anyone, but to actually make sure you're the right candidate for this program. The interview is also to check that you're able to communicate effectively in English, which is a prerequisite for you taking up, these job opportunities in Canada. It also wants to check that you have a good passion for this program. This is something you're willing to do. You understand what you're coming to do. You understand what's involved in either being a care assistant or an early childhood educator, and you're willing to do this job, and you're willing to work for the Nova Scotia government. You're willing to live there, and you're willing to offer your services to them while you're there. As soon as you scale through the interview, you pay your initial deposit, which is 50% of your tuition fee, and then you send us your document for visa to review, and then we give you your letter of admission and your provincial attestation letter so you can apply for your visa. And to answer the big question, how do I get a job when I'm done with this program? You don't have to worry about that. We have a career academy available in our campus where we'll help you prepare to take on this job. We'll help you with your CV. We provide you access to these employer networks, and we also facilitate making sure that you get these jobs as quickly and on time and as possible, and then you're ready to take on the opportunities in the province. Now, it will also interest you to know that this program has a direct access to permanent residence for you as well. And how does that come into play? Once you graduate from the program and you have secured your job, usually, if you're working in Canada in general, you will get a work permit for 2 years, which is what will be offered to you by the companies that you will eventually undertake your work opportunities with. Now, once you have your work permit for 2 years, because you are living in Nova Scotia and you're working in Nova Scotia as a province, and you're working in any of the above occupational fields, you are automatically entitled for a provincial nomination. So on the part of the Nova Scotia government, in order to encourage you to stay with them, to live in the province and to offer your skilled services, which you are now offering to them, they are willing to offer you a free provincial nomination so you can stay back and continue to offer those services to the province. And that in turn means that, you would now be able to be a residency, and you no longer would require a visa to live, work, and stay in Canada. Your family members can, of course, join you to Canada on this program. However, we always advise that the student would have to get the visa first and then go into the college, begin the program. If you ever want to bring your family over at some point, we advise that you will, of course, seek the services of an immigration consultant to help you with the intricacies of bringing your family along with you at some point in the process. We do have an accommodation now available close to the college. So if you want to take advantage of that, once you've got your visa, we can provide you with an accommodation option, which you can take advantage of, so you don't have to struggle to find an accommodation when you're there. Yeah, and of course, Study with FM is here to provide you with all the support and to provide you with all the necessary information and documentation you will need for you to be able to request for your letter of admission and your provincial admission letter to apply for your visa, in terms of your proof of funds, your clean police character certificate, and your statement of purpose. All this you will get assistance for by Study with FM, and then you can take advantage of their services and take advantage of this program as well to further increase your chances of coming to Canada and undertaking this program with us. So on this note, I've come to the end of my presentation. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Hello, Victor. Thank you so much for this. So we have a number of questions in the chat, although you already mentioned some of them during your presentation, but I'm just going to read out some of them, especially for those who are just joining us like now. If you're just joining now, you can still leave whatever questions you have in the chat box. You can also raise your hands as well, and we'll give you the opportunity to ask your question. So before I start reading the questions, I think someone is raising their hand. Greg, yes, please, you can go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Please, I was late for this class, but I just want to, number one, age. Is it a factor? Then two, you offer...
Yeah, very good question. Yeah.
You have a loan facility. Then what is the total package, the total cost of the package? Those are three questions I have. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Greg. So the first question, age, yes, we are looking for people within the ages of 19 to 45 years of age. Two, do we have a loan package? At the moment, no. We are currently working on a deal with Empower, but that has not materialized yet. So we do not offer any loan services. And the third one, well, in terms of package, I don't know how to quantify it, because it's not like something you're supposed to just gather money and give to someone to process for you. It's a step-by-step process. So the tuition fee, like I mentioned, is discounted, is 15,000. The living expense in Canada now is around 21,000. And out of that 15,000, you're paying 50% of it to the to our college, and so you will have, so that's 7,500. So if you add 7,500 Canadian dollars to If you add 7,000 Canadian dollars to the living expense of 21, so you're looking at around 30,000 Canadian dollars. So in total, in order for you to undertake this program, you'll be looking at, including your tuition fee and living expenses, you'll be looking at between 35 to 40 million naira.
Okay, I think someone else was asking what the deposit for the programs are.
Yeah, the deposit is 50% of the tuition fee, which is 50% of 15,000, which is 7,500. I think
Okay.
somebody has their hands up. Mama, that's a
Okay.
funny name. Mama, you have the floor.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good
Yeah, my
afternoon.
question is not on the Canada, it's for the UK. This FM got an offer for me for Brunel University in London. So, but I want to really know if there is scholarship because the offer letter they gave to me, they said I should pay a deposit of 5K. Then they were talking something about 50%. So I was like confused. So I've written to the person in charge of my, I don't know, maybe she's here, because I've called them, they did not pick. So I want to really know, because I really want to take the offer for Emirates Environmental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mama.
So,
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, because this program now is specifically for Canada, so I think you have to channel that query directly to them separately. Yeah, because we're just in Canada. Yeah.
Yes, we'll call you after. We'll call you after the webinar.
call me, that was what you said yesterday. You didn't call me.
We'll call you after the webinar.
You said you will call me. You'll get back to me.
Okay.
All right, Mama. Thank you. So,
asking,
what's the next question?
yeah, someone is asking if there is a refund policy if they don't get their visa.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Your tuition fee is refundable if in event of a visa refusal. That's not a problem at all.
All right. So can this program be taken virtually?
No, it's not virtual. It has to be taken in person in Canada.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Easy, Chidima. You can go on.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yes, please, I want to know if graduates are also permitted to run this program for addition to their academic level.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we just pegged the entry requirement as high school, so we can accommodate a lot of people. But whether you're a graduate or not, as long as you have high school, you're welcome to apply.
Okay, sir. Then my second question is, on 2023, I was offered admission for this CCA program, but because of that when the offer came, I just put to bed a set of twins, so there is no way I can leave my children at that period, so I have to forfeit it. Even my husband was trying to see if he can defer the admission, but I told him to just leave it. If the program come up again, I will. So I want to know, because this Halifax have offered me that admission before, I don't know if it's going to affect me now if I
You
want.
pay your application fee then.
No, I did not.
All right, just reapply again for a new offer. You'll be all right. It's not a problem at all.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, yeah, so we have another question in the chat. Someone is asking if they get the scholarship, how much is the deposit still? Do they still pay 50%?
So that's what I mentioned. The program is 20,000. There's a discount of 5,000, so that's 15,000. So you're paying 50% of 15,000, which is 7,500.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has any more questions. If there's any questions that we haven't answered. Yes, please. And CDB, yeah, you can ask your question.
All right. Sorry, I joined late. Probably you have addressed this. Please, concerning one of the requirements, language test, is it mandatory?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Please, I'm in Canada presently as with a visit visa, and three out of my children are with me too, but two out of them have a visitor visa too. Can they follow me with the visitor visa?
Well, of course, as long as they have a visitor visa, they can follow. They can follow you to Canada, definitely.
No, if
However,
they
you
can.
would have to apply
Sorry,
for a study permit.
sorry. We are in Canada already. Like if if I got admission to Halifax, if I'm there as a student, can they follow me there?
Well, there are limitations to a visitor's visa, Jane. So, if you have a visitor's visa, you cannot stay more than 6 months in any country
Yeah.
where you have that visitor visa for. So, yeah, so that will affect their ability to stay with you longer. But what you can do is, like I mentioned, you would have to get an immigration consultant to assist you in switching their visa to a long-term visa so they can stay with you in Halifax.
Okay. And does this program support work permit during study?
Well, of course, in Canada right now, you can do up to 40 hours a week of work. So there are no limitations to work as a student.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm not really sure because I thought any program that is 6 months or less than 6 months does not support work permit during study.
No, you only don't receive a study permit if you are doing a program less than 6 months. But a program that
Oh,
is 6 months and above requires a study permit and you're allowed to work.
oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, Israel Money, you can ask your question. Israel. Okay, Israel is not responding. Evelyn, yes, please, you can ask your question.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I just want to ask because the facilitator mentioned an age limit. So are you saying that if they are above 45, there's no one is not eligible? That's the first question. The second question is as far as
I
dependent.
didn't
How
say
is
35, I said 45.
okay? So if one is above that age, does it mean that one cannot apply successfully?
It might be an immigration it might be an immigration challenge because I mean once someone is above 45 and they're nearing 50, I think they are the ones that will probably not be eligible for this kind of job role. Don't forget that this is not just applying for a visa. There's an endpoint in terms of the skill they are coming to learn. So by the time they are done with that skill, would they be strong enough to offer those services? So that's what we're looking at.
Okay, all right. So is it that there's no hope for this kind of age range, as in for any other thing in this country?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
So I'm just trying to find out if there are other options that your institution offers for this age range or in the
What's the age
country,
range?
like 47, 48, 49. Is there any other program you have for this age range? Or is there anything this country can offer for this age range?
I think we can look at the early childhood education for that age range, because that one is a bit relaxed. The CCA is a bit rigorous. Is beneficial for people that are much younger. So look at the early childhood education for that age. Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so without experience in that area, one can still apply.
Yeah. We don't need you to have experience because we are going to train you and give you all the right guidance.
Okay, so the second question I have is moving dependents over because I know that their policies are always changing. How easy is it like? Is it after the 6 months or what time exactly?
Yeah. So ideally, I would say once you're done with the program, but then again, you would need by the time you'll be in Canada, you would need to use a registered immigration consultant in Canada to help you with that process when you're there. I cannot speak on that because I am not an immigration expert, and it differs on a case by case basis. So my advice would be, it's possible. Yes, it is. However, once you're in Canada, you will need to be able to use the right support to do that.
Okay, so the last question I have is the weather. How is it over there? And what's
The
it
weather,
like doing this work over there? Is it
sorry,
something that, how is the work like over there? How is the work schedule like? And how is the weather over there?
did you say the weather or the work?
The weather first, then how is the work schedule? Is it that you run
Oh, the
hours?
weather is cold.
Okay.
It's cold. It's it's very cold. But it's not something you cannot manage
Okay.
anyway. And in terms of the work, yeah, it's a standard routine shift. I mean, for an early childhood educator, you obviously work during the day when the school session is on. But for someone that is a care person, of course, you work with routine and shifts the way you have it anywhere in the world. So it's just about your routine and shift and how much you can do in terms of work. So it is good. The minimum wage is also very attractive. It's about 40 something dollars per hour. So it's very good. You really don't have a problem with all that.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm grateful.
Already.
Okay, Oluwole, I think Oluwole has a question. You can ask your question now.
Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Okay. Please, thank you. I want to ask first, please, is this video recorded? Is this meeting recorded? Probably we can have time to
Yeah, I think
um,
it is.
later. What do you say?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, thank you. Because I really miss out in so many things there. I just came in not quite long. But I want to ask, aside that, is there any other program that you offer apart from this healthcare and this healthcare program? Apart from this, is there any other program that you offer?
So we just have the care program and the early childhood education program available. And one of the reasons that is because we don't just offer programs for the sake of because the programs that we offer they are not academic programs, so they are skilled program, and they are not just skilled program, but they are skill programs that have employment opportunities tied to it, and it also has a permanent residence opportunity tied to it. So we carefully, sieve out these programs depending on provincial availability. But from time to time, if we have other openings in other provinces, that would earn you the same benefit, we would definitely come out and inform people. But for now, these are the two programs that we are sure would give people a good value for their investment.
Okay, that's fine. I think I will go through the meeting from the beginning after this meeting. Thank you so much. I really
That's fine.
appreciate it.
Thank you very much. All right.
Okay. I don't know, Chidima, do you have any other question? Your hands are still raised. Nothing. Oluwale, do you want to ask your question now? Oh, okay. So I don't think.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I'm on now.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the questions I wanted to ask has been asked by the last speaker. Similar story came into the webinar a bit late, so I'm not preview to what has been discussed earlier. But from the last response, it's more or less like an health program. All right. Number one, I'm a medical laboratory scientist, and I heard the speaker talking about age challenge, and I don't know if I'm qualified based on age. I'm above 55.
How old are you, son?
57.
Your first. No, you're above the age requirements, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So there's no point for me to. But if I have somebody who is lower in age, below 40, that person
Fantastic.
can qualify.
Fantastic. Yes, definitely.
Okay. It doesn't matter the profession, the background profession of that person.
Any background. We take any background on this program.
All right. Please kindly help to repost the recorded training on the WhatsApp platform so that we can review and probably pass it to whoever may be interested and see where they go from there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Yeah, also, Mr. Oluwale, sorry, as you're not eligible for this program, we can also offer you other opportunities in countries like the UK. So you can reach out to us after this webinar, then we'll be happy to assist you with that.
Okay, how do I reach out to you then?
I will drop our email in the chat box now, and then you can send us an email afterwards.
Okay, all right.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have any opportunity in US?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I think I would like to do that. At least currently I have a US visa. But let me send a message to you for them. Maybe.
Yes, please send us a message. Send us a message afterwards.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I don't know if anybody has any other questions. I think we've covered all of the questions.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello. Good afternoon. Oh yeah.
Hi, good afternoon.
I joined lately, but I still want you to maybe you can give me the recap. You know, just like we had the other speaker talking about the LEU program in Canada. Then what I want you to tell me is the amount tuition fee, then and the amount that what it costs to be enrolled in the program. Thank you.
The cost for what exactly, sir?
What I mean is the amount, the tuition fee for the LEU program, then the processing. Okay. So that's why I want you just to bring me back.
Okay, so the early childhood education is 20,000 as well, but it's currently discounted to 15,000 for the 9 months program.
Okay. Are we paying the $15,000 at once, or
no? So you're paying 50% here, and then the remaining 50% when you're in school.
Okay, sorry. Is there any assistance regarding the statement of account? You know, at times, Canada they do require maybe so.
Yeah, so I think that's the discussion you would have with Study with FM team. Just get in touch with them, and then you can discuss all that visa processing with them. They will be the ones to handle your admission and visa processing in the whole. So you're welcome to have that discussions with them.
Okay, I'll be glad if I can. So I'm interested, although I'll be
Is there
45.
yeah, okay. Victor, do you want to drop the contact details? I don't know.
Yes. I'm dropping our email in the chat box now, so you can send us an email afterwards, and then we'll be happy to assist you with whatever other questions that you may have.
Good afternoon. Please, I have a question.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, to know during the visa application, if you don't have experience, they always deny you visa that because you don't have experience in the course you want to go and do. Will it affect visa application in this case? Since majority of us don't have experience in CCA or early childhood education. Thank you.
Okay. First, the refusals, there's hardly refusals based on experience. So you won't have a problem with that. Besides, you're going to learn a skill, which does not, it's an elementary skill. So it doesn't require you to have experience in it. We've not had anyone being refused because they did not have experience. And we have over 300 students currently on this program. So it's definitely not going to be a problem at all.
Okay. Then secondly, I'm 45, I'm going to be 46 in June. Do I qualify for CCA?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Congratulations. So hurry up.
All right, I'll do that. It's just the FS rate fluctuations that is really affecting almost all of us. But we'll see what we can do. Thank you.
All right. All right.
Okay, Victor, someone is asking what the payment plan is like.
50% here, 50% halfway into the program in Canada.
Okay, then there's one last question before we leave. What are the chances of being given admission considering the application amount of 1,000 Canadian dollars? I don't think I understand that.
So the application fee is paid after you get your offer, not before. The chances of you getting an offer is 1,000%. You're definitely going to have an offer. So feel free to reach out to Study with FM to apply. You don't have a problem with offer. And also once you do, you can then discuss your visa chances with them.
Okay, I think we've answered all of the questions that we have. If you have any more questions, I think you can send us a message, an email. I'm just dropping contact information on the screen. Send us an email, or you can call the number on the screen, any of the numbers, and we'll be very much happy to assist you with whatever you have. So thank you guys. Thank you everyone for joining us today. It was really great to talk to everyone. Any other questions, you can send us a message. Thank you all for coming. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.